Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic's Kids Design Team layout. Now for this layout I started off with the super cute tropical wreath from Kaisercraft that Steph added in with this kit, and Steph had issued me with a challenge to fold some origami butterflies and include those in a layout. Now, I desperately wanted to use the beautiful new Cocoa Vanilla Studios collection that we got in this kit, but that paper is so thick and luscious and amazing for scrapbooking, but I was super nervous about how it would work for folding, for creating these origami butterflies. So instead, I think I was just super lucky and I got 2 pieces of this floral wreath paper. I don't think I was supposed to, but I did. So I've taken that to my advantage, and I actually, on the other side of this paper are cut aparts. So I limited myself to using the largest sizes in those cut aparts, which was about 2 inches, and I needed to cut them into square. So it's about a 2-inch square. Excuse me. And the reason why I wanted to use this paper is this Kaisercraft paper is just that little bit thinner, and I thought it would be easier to fold. I was super nervous that a 2-inch square would be quite small and quite difficult to get the right, origami shape, and that it wouldn't actually work, but it worked out perfectly. And the butterflies are these super gorgeous, cute, tiny little things. They're not even that tiny. They're probably maybe like a 20-cent piece. And they're super cute. I did have a little bit of trouble of getting them to stay sort of folded closed. There's a teeny tiny little triangle that you fold over that's supposed to hold them shut. Excuse me, sorry. And I was having a lot of trouble getting them to stay shut. So I ended up getting my tiny attacher and stapling that part, and then I stuck a diamante on top of the staple just to kind of hide it so it looks a little bit less ugly. So the super cute diamante that's on there is for super cuteness, but it also covered up where the tiny attacher was. Now again, because I got 2 of this paper, the last little bits of floral pieces that were left, I actually fussy cut those out and have popped them, I've folded them in a little bit to add a little bit of texture, and I have popped them up on foam on top of the wreath just to add a little bit more dimension and a little bit more pop to the wreath to go along with those butterflies. The Magical Together title came from the Paige Evans stickers that we got a couple of months back. Those colours are just a perfect colour match to this collection, and because Steph gave us some beautiful white stickers, I can definitely see that combining these thickers with those stickers will make a really cute title. So stay tuned for that, because I plan on bringing that out later on in the month. So you can see, for me to be able to get these butterflies sticking down nicely, they need just a little bit of foam on their backs because the wings kind of pop them up just a little bit higher. So it was hard to get them to adhere to anything. So just a little bit of foam to sort of even out that backside and make it flat for them to stick on. I did keep the embellishing on this one super simple. So once I had stuck on all the butterflies, and there's quite a few, I think I made like 20, and then popped up those extra fussy cut flowers that I made. I then kept the rest of the embellishments super simple. I've just got 3 word phrases, and then I pulled out some sequins from my stash. These sequins again are from a past kit. They're from the green kit, the kit when I made my St. Patrick's Day layout. I can't remember which month that is because they all kind of get jumbled up for me, but that is a sequence that I'm using for this one. And other than that, this layout was super fun to make. The butterflies were definitely a little bit time consuming, but that's because I made so many of them because I just got super excited by all the papers in that cut apart sheet. I do think they would have looked super cute made out of the Cocoa Vanilla Studios paper, but I do think as traditional origami goes, that paper really would have been too thick to get a really nice look. I'm glad that I ended up using this Kaiser craft paper just to make sure that they did actually fold nicely. And then the other bonus of that is, of course, they are a perfect color match for this wreath because it's literally the same piece of paper. So that works really, really well in my favor for creating this layout. This photo is a super old photo of my husband and I. We are in Vietnam. That just worked so well with those tropical flowers. We're in Vietnam for a photo, but this is so old. Jack was 18 months old when we went on this trip, and he's 7. So a good 6 years ago, but that's okay. We're constantly scrapping things from... We're never up to date, are we? Things from the past. We're never up to date. That's fine. No judgment here. And then once I pop on these last few things, I've got one more little butterfly cluster that I'm going to make. Then this layout is done. It is very much sort of a repetitive layout here. No real... I know I just said I have one more cluster to make, but there aren't really any clusters on this layout. I've kind of evenly spread the butterflies all the way around. I tried to make sure I didn't have the same colors near each other. I do only have one black butterfly. It is in the bottom right-hand corner of the photograph, and I kept it over there on purpose because I wanted it to be near something else that was black. I was a bit nervous that the black one stood out a little bit too much, so I just made sure to put it near other black things so that it didn't draw your eye to it in a random spot, like in the corner of the wreath or something like that. I want, if your eye's drawn there from the black, it's probably the black of the photo. So just popped on those last few butterflies, and now I'm going to put on 2 little clusters or 3 little clusters of sequins. I tried to pick sort of 3 different ones into each cluster, and as I said, I picked those ones from the kit we had a few months back that had the nice green, because that went perfectly with the green leafiness of this wreath. Popping on my gold splatters, and I'm just focusing those splatters around each of the sequin clusters, and this layout is finished. I am so happy with the way it came together. It is a really beautiful layout and worked so well to document this photo of my husband and I at the wedding in Vietnam. And I think it looked super cute, and I definitely think you should try adding that origami element onto your layouts too. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye.